I ain't never seen a nigga eat a horse head. Hey, he made sure that the horse was dead. I ain't never seen a nigga eat a horse head. Shit, make sure that the horse dead. I ain't never seen a nigga brush a horse teeth. Why the fuck is you brushing on the horse teeth? How the fuck you gonna clean off a horse head? Then turn around, then cook the horse head. This nigga really from the struggle, look at his hairline. This nigga really from the struggle, look at his hairline. All the motherfucking coats sandal hairline. You got a coat and some sandals on hairline. The back of that coat got blew up in a bomb. I don't give a fuck, nigga, call your mom. What you about to do? You about to put it in the water tonight. Yeah. Put it in
water tonight. Yeah. What?
I need a can.
Tan. Get a tan in a can.
I know. I need to use it.
Get a can and a tan. So, come on now. Dipper Deer is here. Trigger trying to get bricked up. And I said, just diddle and go. And you'll be ready. So, and Not the Bees. And Space Nerd. Oh my God. So, there you go.
And Shawnee.
Oh, yeah. Shawnee's here. Damn it. I'm just kidding. I love Shawnee Boy.
Yeah. We're doing the same guy as last week.
Why are we covering this fucker again?
Because we did not get to the murder. See, the 1+, we didn't even get there.
He only killed one person and we didn't get to the murder?
Do you remember?
Remember what?
The show?
Yeah.
I got almost to the murder. Remember they had, he was going to solicit somebody that wanted to be cannibalized, and he found somebody.
He found somebody on Craigslist?
Pretty much.
Oh, well, yeah.
I probably should read the last paragraph.
Yeah, you should probably recap. So then that way we know what's up.
Well, I wish I had an easy recap, but I'm just going to have to go back and just read.
See, TT wasn't here last week for this, and so, yeah, just recap it, because...
She got here a little bit late, but she... Right. Or maybe that was replayables, but I know she got here.
I don't know what this guy did.
Well...
Other than he only killed one freaking person.
1+.
Interplanetarium, I remember this guy. He was a cannibal cake. He was a cannibal cable guy?
Cage guy.
Cannibal cage guy. A cannibal. No, he found
a cannibal cage guy.
He found a guy in Cannibal Gate. Wow. The fuck? So, oh my God.
What Chris's most endearing characteristic?
Oh, it's easy. Go ahead.
Wow. The most endearing?
When he's quiet.
I don't fart in bed.
Yeah. No. Should I tell him what you just did 10 minutes ago?
What did I do?
Oh my gosh. When I was laying on your lap?
You weren't laying on my lap.
My head was on your lap?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And then it was blown off.
No.
Yeah.
No. So, yeah, I did. It's Vickers.
No.
So, boom, pineapple or no.
What is it?
I don't know. Come on. Let's get back to my...
No space.
Let's get back to my endearments.
No.
My terms of endearments.
Oh, pineapple. Okay, that, yes.
What is it?
Yes. Pineapple, yes. I thought you meant something.
What is my terms of endearment?
Your best quality?
Why is this taking so long?
I'm trying to get a good one so that you can return and tell them my best quality.
This was not a reciprocal.
Yes, it was.
This was not a reciprocal question.
Your most endearing quality has to be.
Wow, it's taking forever, Shondo. I mean, it should be pop, 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 like that. So,
thank you, Space Nerd.
Wow. Okay, that's filibuster.
Well, it's how generous you are.
Wow.
Okay, now do me.
Wow. It's how hesitant you are.
No.
Yeah.
Do you remember our vows? My vows? Do you remember my vows, what I said? I could repeat them word for word.
So the story still hasn't
I have them in my phone.
Listen, my lost interest said, I'm late. Here, have I missed anything?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
And
Chris was just actually you haven't. Chris was just getting ready to tell my most endearing quality.
No, that wasn't the question.
It was.
So, and it took you 3 hours to
I was trying
say
to pick
one
my
thing.
prayer.
So, and then, oh, sure, yeah. And then Timmy said, so we still haven't missed anything yet. Yes, that's right. This dude only killed one person, so rhetorical question.
Rhetorical.
Boo. Yeah. Why are you asking me that? So, Barry, also, I can't set up Happy Gas Race.
Oh my goodness, this is new love.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Lisa said.
Yeah. All right. So
Lisa
she knows.
Lisa knows. She was there.
Yeah. She knows that you didn't give me no terms of endearments until later.
Hey.
But
actually, Tay's wife sent me something that I'll play for you later. But you should feel lucky.
Okay.
Okay? That's all I have to say. If Tay's wife is Miss Tay, if she's watching, she knows.
Okay. Was it a video?
Yes.
Oh, wow. What was it?
It was a reel.
Oh, okay.
And it was very real.
All right. Keep it real.
I will.
Let's go.
I'll keep that real.
Okay.
And I'll remind you with it.
Literally, this guy killed one freaking person.
Maybe.
And we haven't even got to it.
We didn't get to it the whole show last time. This guy enlisted somebody to be cannibalized, and somebody took the bait.
Well, I mean, I don't think that he enlisted them. They wanted to get eaten. And
right.
Maybe they read the ad wrong. So.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh my God, he got released recently?
Wait a minute. What?
Holy shit.
Somebody jumped ahead and read. Who did that?
Nobody did. Not the bees and interplanetariums is just dropping knowledge.
People are getting impatient and they're reading ahead.
Right. So get to it. Let's go. Keep busting it. Keeping it real. It's okay. Recap.
I'm just going to recap. Well, I'm not going to get into his early life. I mean, this guy, his mom was really, really like controlling and like hovered over him and like didn't want him to like be with anybody, and he dated somebody that kind of looked like her and acted like her, and then she was like a man hater.
Wow.
And like she was really weird, and like one of her husbands like committed suicide by blowing himself up in a gas explosion. Yes.
What?
Yes.
This guy?
His mom's ex-husband.
Wow.
Her former husband.
RBLQ's right. We should send him the link.
RBLQ has been MIA.
I talked to him, and I'll fill you in. He's been working on some projects.
Send him the link.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I didn't read ahead. I followed this case for like 10 years. So don't you blame Intersantitarium for reading ahead.
I mean, if I'm going to recap, I'm not going to, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff back here about a slaughter room.
Sorry, Diva.
Smoke chamber, but everything. Okay. All right. So
this was just the boyfriend?
No, this is him. This is him.
Wait, you got me all fucking confused now. Okay, because now you're talking about bombs and moms and all kinds of crazy.
All right, let me start right here.
Okay.
This guy's a real screw up. His mom's a screw up.
Wow.
He had a crazy childhood. He had an imaginary little brother that he like envisioned having relations with, and then it was like resembled one of his classmates. And I was like, if he had an imaginary little brother, first of all, why wouldn't you just have an imaginary friend to do that with? Why make it your little brother?
Right.
And second, if he fantasized about the classmate while with the imaginary little brother,
then he's cheating on the imaginary brother.
Why not just go after the classmate himself? Whatever.
Well, I mean,
anyway,
probably because he's into that shit. Like, okay, so he's got an imaginary little brother that he's doing.
Yes.
And then
that's wrong on 3 levels.
He's thinking about the classmate while he's doing the imaginary brother, but he doesn't really want to imagine their classmate. So therefore, he's cheating on the classmate with the imaginary brother.
Why make it a brother?
I don't know, but my lost interest said that his brother smelled like fish.
Who said that?
My lost interest.
Don't get it started. We've been fish free for a few weeks.
So Spurg Snake is here for some true crime. Okay, let me catch you up, Spurg. So this guy was picturing that he had a little brother, or imagining it, and then he was imagining that he was doing things to the little brother, but the little brother was his classmate. And so realistically, he could have just imagined it was the classmate, but then he'd be cheating on his little brother
I know.
if he was doing that. He'd be cheating on the imaginary little brother.
Yeah, that is
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, now we're caught up.
Timmy, no.
Now we're caught up. Oh my god. Yep.
Okay.
Smells like fish. I got this.
Yeah.
Imaginary
Red
little brother.
Lobster, yes.
Mm-mm.
In June 2000, it was to read.
Does his brother like fish tacos?
No.
He's imaginary.
In June 2000,
Cheddar Bay brother biscuits.
Meiwes met George Buse, a 31-year-old.
Oh, come on.
If I'm going to get to this, you're going to have to let me go.
I know, but okay, Meiwes met a guy named George Buse.
Well, I don't know if that's how you pronounce Meiwes.
Okay. So, wow. Okay.
A 31-year-old hotel cook from Houston, going by the username Meat Boy.
Oh my god, no. I don't remember this.
Okay, then you really don't remember replayables. If you don't remember this was in the middle of our show last week, and you did an entire show after that.
Okay. I thought it was last week.
Buse had similar fantasies about butchering and cooking another human being, becoming a frequent chat partner on a cannibal chat group on Yahoo. They agreed to meet in real life in the following autumn, and after 2 regular meetups in Castle during October, Meiwes convinced Buse to 2 slaughter sessions.
Ooh.
The first time on November 12th at a hotel in Castle, Meiwes engaged in foreplay by slathering Buse with olive oil and drawing circles on the man's naked body, telling him that he would cut meat from these sections.
You know how expensive that is? Olive oil is fucking through the roof. So, to count wash, yeah, olive oil is very expensive. Why didn't he just use fucking chalk or a Sharpie? He was using the olive oil to draw pictures.
It doesn't say he drew it. You can't draw with olive oil.
That's what it said. He was drawing...
Slathering him with olive oil.
Right.
And drawing circles on the man's naked body. Maybe with his finger, just like this.
Okay. All right, I got it. Oh my god. What the fuck?
They also talked about the edibility of...
Is this an edible arrangement?
2 acquaintances of Buse who offered to bring them to Meiwes to be drugged, tortured, killed, and eaten by the pair.
Ugh.
During the second meeting on November 19th at Meiwes' house, Buse left early after seeing the slaughter room made in preparation in the attic, which formerly held a smoke chamber.
He was Dexter in that shit.
We're caught up now.
Yeah, babe, Terry said your reading has been regressing.
It has? I had no idea. Thanks for telling me, Terry Nee.
You're welcome.
Terry Kinney.
You're welcome.
Actually, that's how you spell it. It's not.
What?
You always in the chat. You always put Terry Nee like as in your knee, but it's N-E-E. You always put a K on it.
The K's silent.
It's also invisible.
I know, like the olive oil circles.
Looking for a willing volunteer, Meiwes. My reading is regret. Posted more than 60 online advertisements on the forum.
Oh my god, Terry Nee is right.
Looking for a willing volunteer, Meiwes posted more than 60 online advertisements on the forum Nullo in early 2000, stating that he was looking for a well-built 18 to 30-year-old to be slaughtered and then consumed. Who wouldn't answer that?
You know what? TT is right. One victim does not qualify as a serial killer. And
I know.
We're getting close to our 100th episode.
Listen,
so at least I want you to do better.
When I try to find these killers, if you Google search like serial killers and stuff, they're hard to find.
That's because you're literally Googling serial killers and stuff.
I've started narrowing my search.
Out. Yeah.
I've started including words like gruesome, like
Twosome,
notorious,
B.I.G.,
like husband killer.
Oh, wow.
Wife.
Wow. Guess who just found one of those? Ghost hunters. Yeah, that fucking guy.
Killer couples.
Wow. That guy's wife's trying to fucking kill him. We need new killers. So somebody go out there and do something. Just kidding. Just kidding. I was joking. Oh my god.
Several people responded to the advertisement but backed out. I bet you they were pranksters. Meiwes did not attempt to force them to do anything against their will. That's surprising.
No. Taurus.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep. So
At least 2 users claimed they were willing to be killed by Muse even after repeated reassurances.
they were just amusing him.
Wait a minute.
Boom.
At least 2 users claimed that they were willing to be killed by Muse even after repeated reassurances, but also didn't follow up on their offers. Oh, we did read this. Matteo,
Oh, yeah.
a middle-aged Italian man, originally agreed to be whipped to death and grilled with either a flamethrower or 2 portable electric heaters while nailed to a St. Andrew's cross, but reconsidered due to the cannibal aspect.
Wow. He was like, guys, I'm all in, except for the part of eating me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm down. Just
Yeah.
put me on the statue, get 2 portable heaters and a microphone, and that's where it's at.
Luke, self-identified as a 20-year-old Austrian man, stated that his family was going to undertake the slaughtering instead of Muse, set for January 7th, 2001 during Orthodox Christmas.
Yeah, time out.
Wait a
My
minute,
lost
what?
interest is confused.
I am too.
They answered an ad to be murdered and eaten.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. But
Yeah.
this Luke, self-identified as a 20-year-old Austrian man, stated that his family was going to undertake the slaughtering instead of Muse. His family's like, no, we'll kill him ourselves.
Yeah. And then they'll serve him up to him.
Using the
They did kill him
alias.
too. Didn't Lou Perry die?
Yes, we went over this last week.
He did?
Yes.
You gotta be better about remembering.
Using the alias Cator99, Cator as in Cator, whatever that is.
Cator.
Okay. Bernd Jürgen Brandes, a 43-year-old bisexual engineer from Berlin,
Ugh.
answered. Bernd Brandes, a bisexual engineer from Berlin,
Yeah, you don't want
answered
to
an
be
advertisement
burning
on
those bridges.
February 5th, 2001, and agreed to the act. Now, this is where we are.
This is where we're at.
So I think this guy, yeah, this is number 1 here.
This is numero uno, TT. And once you cross that line and have a fine wine, you can't go back from being a fine young cannibal.
She drives me crazy. Is
Mm-hmm.
that Fine Young Cannibals?
Mm-hmm.
I love them.
But it sounded good to me. Men are weird as fuck.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So, okay. So this dude agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
Get out the Mrs. Dash, because here we go.
Okay. Bernd Brandes was born on January 19th, 1958 in Berlin, Schöneberg, as an only child to a wealthy family. His father was a physician and his mother was an anesthesiologist working at clinics in Berlin, Zehlendorf.
It's always the rich ones.
He's an only child. How sad.
Right.
In 1963, his mother died in a traffic collision during a vacation in Silt. That's sad. Police investigation found evidence that the death was a suicide disguised as an accident, likely stemming from guilt due to a medical error she had made the prior year, which led to the death of a patient.
Yep. Sad Silt, they say.
You're not listening.
Yes, I am. How did it? You think I made up Silt?
His father never told his son about the true circumstances of his mother's death.
I've seen this.
You haven't?
Yes, I have. This is the Penguin storyline.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. The mom died, but they said that it was suicide, but really it was murder. And then
it wasn't murder.
Then the dad.
She got in a car wreck.
No, they said it was suicide or whatever and stuff like that. So I seen this. This is the Penguin storyline. Yep.
His father never told his son about the true circumstances of his mother's death, which, according to psychologist Claus Michael Bear, resulted in Brandes developing anxiety issues. Brandes was subsequently raised mostly by au pairs. Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, me too. Well, it's interesting that cannibals by most humans taste like chicken, but sometimes women taste like fish.
Yeah. The rotten ones.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Nothing. Okay, two muscle
Brandis
relaxers
was
in and I'm lost.
subsequently
Yeah.
what?
Nothing.
He was subsequently raised mostly by au pairs hired by his father, to whom he grew distant after remarriage to an employee at his doctor's office.
Wow. All pairs.
Bear. What's that? Was it?
Possess.
No.
Yep, that is negative. Yep. That's what
not-
it is. I read good.
Bear posit.
Yes.
That his negative relation. It's not. I don't know what.
Yep.
Posits.
Possess.
That his negative relationship with his stepmother contributed to his abnormal psychosexual development and wish for castration,
Oh.
later compounded by self-hatred for his sexual orientation.
Wow. I hate my stepmom, so I'm going to imagine a little brother and I'm going to fuck him.
No, that's
Whoa.
him.
Oh.
This is the victim.
Oh, this is the victim.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. I get these crazy fuckers confused. My bad. Okay. So he
this
wanted
guy, Brandes,
wanted to cut off his nuts.
excelled in school, attending additional mathematics and fine art classes, as well as receiving awards in swimming competition.
Wow.
He graduated with average grades from Eric Hopner Gymnasium and studied at, who cares, whatever, finishing with degrees in control engineering and electrical engineering in 1983. He worked for the telephony sector of
Siemens. I know. Don't say that out loud.
Since 1981 and gained an executive position.
I know. Oh my God, you just fucking told everybody. Literally.
Oh no. And gained an executive position as division chief in Berlin, whatever, in 1992. His annual salary pairs. Despite his financial success, Brandes was increasingly unhappy with his life due to interpersonal difficulties.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
What?
Articulate John's band is called Psychosexual Castration.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's pretty
Let
good.
me guess, that was Timmy's nickname in high school.
Castration was.
Uh-huh.
Lisa Sturger is wanting to know what the hell's happening here, boo.
I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead. So the victim had a good job. Had a bad mom, but had a good job. And so then, but he's not really, are you a victim if you volunteer?
Well, I mean, you're definitely a victim to murder.
Yeah, but he volunteered.
Well, he still died.
Yeah, but you're not really a victim at that point. If you volunteered, then therefore...
You're a voluntary victim.
Yeah, but like, okay, so like if you volunteer to give blood to the Red Cross and they take it...
Nobody died, so it's not a victim.
I don't know.
I mean, you're still a victim.
Nothing, go ahead. RBOQ wants to know. Did he get the link yet?
Mm.
We're waiting, RBOQ. He's getting it.
I know, Lisa.
If he's really out, like interplanetariums and not the bee's nose, I do want to bring him on the show.
Who?
The cannibal.
Despite his...
Say it, don't spray it. Let's go.
Despite his financial success, Brandes was increasingly unhappy with his life due to interpersonal difficulties. His worsening relations with his father ended with the elder Brandes cutting off contact with his son for coming out in 1990.
Ugh.
Between 1987 and 1994, he was engaged to a woman, but the couple broke up after Brandes cheated on her with a man during a business trip to the United States.
Wow. You know what they
Probably
say.
Sad songs, they say.
No, if you're like over there and then you come over here and you're married to a girl over there and then you come over here and blow a dude, then
What happens in the U.S.
yeah, what happens in the USA stays in the USA. RTC, my dogs. I can't wait to see RTC later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so whatever happens in USA stays in USA, boo. That's the way it goes.
From 1995 to 2000, Brandes lived in Berlin Tempelhof, engaging in casual sex with dates from gay bars, as well as maintaining romantic relationships with several women from Germany,
Wow.
the United States, and at least one from Nigeria.
Yeah, because the Germans make good stuff.
According to both his female and male partners, Brandes showed no interest in masochistic practices during intercourse with them. Instead, during the same time frame, he solicited the service of male prostitutes for requests such as biting during oral sex.
Oh, okay. I mean, oof.
You're like, oh, okay.
No.
No, you said, oh, okay.
Who wants that?
You were like, oh, okay.
No, I mean, I thought. Never mind. I was thinking something else.
Were you?
Yeah, I was.
An anonymous Tanzanian sex worker recounted that Brandes once instructed him to cut off his penis with a knife, but the sex worker refused and used the blunt edge on Brandes without cutting the skin.
Ugh.
Ugh. Like a butter knife.
I guess.
On the wrong side.
I mean, what the fuck? Whatever.
Between their first online communications and their in-person meeting, Brandes and Meiwes had a near daily email exchanges for a month discussing their plans and paraphilias in detail. Contrary to most media reports, Brandes did not desire to be eaten, but was willing to accommodate Meiwes' cannibal fetish in return for his castration. Oh, so he wanted him to cut it off and eat it.
Oh, he wanted him to eat a Vienna sausage.
When you castrate, is that just the balls, or is that the...
Well, I would think so. I mean, I ain't fucking doing it, so stop looking at me.
I thought that was just the...
This is going way too far, says RBOQ.
Well, I thought that was castration was the testicle, not the penis.
It is.
Okay. Well, then he's not wanting Vienna sausages. He's wanting Italian meatballs.
Okay, he wants to eat the Easter eggs.
But Vienna, that's good.
No chocolate-covered ones either, boo.
Accommodate Meiwes' cannibal fetish in return for his castration. Brandes previously spoke of being fearful that undertaking the mutilation himself could lead to him being involuntarily committed, so he was willing to be killed and consumed by Meiwes after the act.
Why
would you do that?
I don't know. Dip is getting woozy, though.
25-year-old Renee J., the boyfriend of Brandes since 1998.
That's right.
Huh?
I remember this. Ray J came in.
No.
Yes, he's the one that banged the Kardashian. Yes, I remember this.
You're obsessed with
the
Kardashians.
I'm not the one that
fucking...
Nope, I didn't write that. Am I the one that fucking wrote that? Did I put Ray J in this motherfucker? Nope, I didn't. I'm not the one that put him in this fucking story.
Because Ray J's not in here. It's Renee J.
It's Ray J.
No.
Yes.
Oh, is he 25?
Yeah, he was.
In 1998?
Yep. Making videos.
25-year-old Renee J., the boyfriend of Brandes since 1998.
The boyfriend of Brandes, really? And that's Brandy's brother. Come on.
Stated that he had last seen Brandes in late February 2001,
right,
shortly after meeting Meiwes online, and that he did not appear different or showed any indication that he would die soon, having bought new electronics.
Right. So, boom, there you go. And then Ray J came in. It probably came all over everything. But go ahead.
The day before he left to visit Meiwes, Brandes sold his car, wiped all files from his computers, took a day off work under the pretense of getting a hair transplant, and placed a handwritten note in a cabinet, leaving all of his property to Renee J.
Wow.
Who calls off work to say they're going to get a hair transplant?
I mean,
I'm going to use that next time.
Yeah, because first of all, you would need more than one day. Brandy did kill somebody. Yep. You would need more than one day for a hair transplant. There is no fucking doubt about that, okay? So you would need more than one day off.
Oh my gosh.
So that right there is a lie. And then, but I mean, it didn't even matter. You needed to take a lot of time so you can clean your contact.
No, I just need to put this in my eye.
Okay. Well, I would have liked to.
Well, no, you need to limit your llama times.
Oh my God, I can't help it when I gotta pee. Shit.
You need to space them out.
Wow. Oh, okay. Let me just space out my bladder.
Okay. We've only been here for a half an hour.
Yeah, and I've slammed 2 beers. Okay, go ahead and use me, which means you're torturing me to go pee.
Okay, fine. We'll stop right here because here comes the murder.
Here comes the one murder, right?
I guess. I gotta take these contacts out. I'm gonna put on regular glasses.
Okay, let's do it. So, Shondo, play a little psych time. It's not a baby bladder, bitch. Okay? I do need that. Is actually not a bad idea. A diaper, like just for podcasting. No,
That is a bad idea, actually.
Why?
Because
Because why? I'm not gonna poop in it.
what are you, that girl that drove across the country with that Depends on to stalk that guy?
No, I'm not a fucking astronaut. I mean, it's for like when you're doing streaming and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What?
I am not going to go make out with you after your show if you've been wearing an adult diaper.
You
It's
don't
not
know.
happening. Talk about smelling like fish.
Oh my god.
My gosh, you'll smell like the Ohio River.
They have ones that have designs on them now. You wouldn't even know.
I don't care if you have panty lines or not. I'm talking about.
Not gonna have.
I am not going down there when you've been
Wow.
when you've been wearing it. I'm not giving a tuggy to a huggy.
Well, yes, you are. You will. You
I
will.
won't.
You will give
I
a tuggy to
won't.
the huggy. Damn it.
No, I won't.
There is gonna be
There are
some
no
sweet
loves.
damn justice
No.
for this. Yes.
No, you can
Yes.
go get pampered somewhere else.
Nope. You're going to. So
No.
whatever.
Oh my
Gonna
gosh.
happen.
It isn't gonna happen.
As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna put that on the diaper. Huggy my huggy.
No.
Yep.
I just have.
Yep.
I just copyrighted
I
that.
smell like the Ohio River shit.
Ugh.
Okay.
Oh my
Shondo,
gosh.
let's take a quick side time. Tuggy in the diaper.
Darker than Gotham in the midst of the night. Cruise through the city, lurking out of sight. Abel's got the tools sharper than a knife. Lethal leapers taking lives, no disguise. Pull the caper smooth, leave no trails or creaks. Bodies hit the ground, nobody speaks. Hoods up, faces masked, shadows in the streets. Grim hunt, mission completed, no police. We killin' with the Abels, murderers at large. Silent but the deadly, in the yard we charge. Ruthless and cold, hearts like a stone. Killing's an art, maestro's tone. Scheming in the basement, plans on every page. Hit them in for hire, unleash the rage. Click, clack, silencers, corners of the stage. Finish them clean, exit the cage. Money on the table, contracts to burn. Once goals are completed, never return. Evidence erased, alibis firm. Eyes in the dark, targets confirmed. We killin' with the Abels, murderers at large. Silent but the deadly, in the yard we charge. Ruthless and cold, hearts like a stone. Killing's an art, maestro's tone.
We the hosts of a night fright show. Kristen, homie, bringing the flow. Homie late, man, never on time. Chris loves iguanas, scanty, non-serial killer stories. We obtain. Jaws dropping and shot, all remain. We got the mic and we stage the thrill. Creeping stories, keeping them real. Serial tales, gotta be chill. Watch the drama, climb it uphill. Homie the booga, wild and free. Always distracted, lost is free. Chris talking, laughing, peeking out on iguanas, splashing without a doubt. Horror tales, yep, we narrate. Stay tuned through every update. We got the mic and we stage the thrill. Creeping stories, keeping them real. Serial tales, gotta be chill. Watching drama, climbing uphill. craves. Homie trips, Chris misbehaves, but the thrills no one can deprave. We got the mic and we stay the thrill. Creeping stories, keep them real. Serial tales, got 'em and chill. Watch the drama, fight it uphill. We got the mic and we stay the thrill. Creeping stories, keeping them real. Serial tales, got 'em and chill. Watch the drama, fight it uphill.
Superficial, oh yeah. Fresh frosh, I'm eating lots of frogs, oh yeah. Can I get a oh yeah? Can I get a oh yeah?
Geschrien, wappen je daarin again. Je samen walken with my trap in a minute again. Homie loves the jazz caps, hookers on her mind. Killin with the Eagles, bodies hard to find. Chris taking smoke breaks on the low unwind. Serial killers lurking, but you know it's all a grind. She got that dirty edge, her fashion on attack. Loves the way she curves, crispy in the back. Iguanas watch it all, jungle in the track. Show's getting wild, never looking back.
Cuyahoga Falls. You said Ohio River. And
Yes.
so there was Cuyahoga Falls. But used to have a lot of STDs in Cuyahoga Falls.
I believe it.
Yeah. But then the Z-Man moved. Oh!
Who's that?
Chedzima.
I forget who that is.
I'm just kidding. Let's make Tekala great again. Let's go, boo. We're going to call it Tigga.
Mm.
What's up, my Tigga?
Now I gotta take these off.
Okay. Let's get into this murder. It's only been 2 weeks and several afternoons, as Sinead O'Connor said. It's been 2 weeks and several afternoons. And then you went, yeah, I know, right? Not. That's what I was saying. The STDs. That's what I was saying.
Okay,
Sinead O'Connor's.
stop it.
It's been several weeks and afternoons.
Okay.
And then she went to the doctor.
Now we're on the actual murder.
The murder date. It was a murder date?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the evening of March 9th, 2001,
Mm-hmm.
Meiwes and Brandes met at Castle Wilhelmshow Station.
Ooh, everybody goes there.
Meiwes initially planned to live together and get to know each other for a few days, but Brandes insisted the slaughter should take place that day. That was the victim.
Yeah,
Are you listening?
yeah. They were going to live together for a couple days.
Yeah.
They should have.
But
And
the
then he
victim
would
was
have
like,
wanted
no,
to kill
I
him.
want this to happen now.
Wow. He didn't want to live with nobody no more.
Wow.
Because he done wrote that note about taking 1 day off for a hair plug.
Yeah. They drove. What'd you say? What'd you say?
He took 1 day off to get the hair plug.
I thought you said fuck.
No, I did not say butt plugs. God, what's on your mind, girl? Holy shit.
On the evening. Oh, yeah. They drove to Meiwes' house in Westerfield, where they cuddled and made out on a mattress for several hours.
Ugh. Ugh.
At around midnight, they set up video equipment to film the mutilation of Brandes.
Ugh.
Meiwes had prepared 6 knives, a hatchet, and a meat grinder for the act.
Mm.
Can you imagine?
No, I also
mean-
can't imagine cuddling with a guy on a mattress unless it's fucking 1992. What the
Talk
fuck?
about a charcuterie board.
What? Ugh. It'd be a shit cootery.
I mean, these people are
Yeah,
serious.
yeah.
They make out and then it's like, all right,
Ugh.
let me drag out this knife, hatchet, and meat grinder. This knife.
Yeah.
As per the latter's original wish, which I guess is Brandes.
Great. Armin Meiwes is watching now and he wants the lead, boo.
Annie who?
And he wants the link.
Oh.
Armin, we're about to talk about you seeing nothing wrong with a little grind.
That's a bump and grind.
Well, he's about to grind him. I'm tapping out on this one. Great.
No.
Yep,
Who's
thanks a lot.
tapping out?
MLI, because you were talking about
No.
cuddling and fucking hatching it up.
All right.
Go.
Okay. This is the recipe for a romantic date. You ready?
Ugh.
Muse first attempted to bite off Branda's penis, but
Ugh.
failed.
Ugh. Can you?
Muse.
Ugh. Ugh.
Ah!
What?
Muse asked to use a knife instead and had Brandis drink a 180 milliliter bottle of alcoholic Vicks Metonate cough
Ugh.
syrup to induce slowed breathing and extreme tiredness to ease the process.
Oh my god.
Brandis first decided to cancel, believing his partner was too benign to hurt him, but Brandis changed his mind after buying a return ticket at the station.
What?
What? Brandis first decided to cancel, believing his partner was too benign to hurt him, but Brandis changed his mind after buying a return ticket at the station. I guess he was going to cancel it, so he started to go back. He bought a ticket, and then he changed his mind and
Wow.
went back.
He was like, wow, this is the best dick chewing I've ever
Oh
had.
my gosh. On the way back, Muse stopped by a pharmacy and bought a 20-pack of Vivinox sleeping pills and another bottle of cough syrup, which Brandis consumed at least halfway each.
Wow, that's straight up sipping on some scissor. And Timmy said, if my date doesn't try to bite it off all the way, it wasn't a good date.
Mm-mm.
Yep. Scotty.
Was Scott here?
Yeah. Army hammer. Wow.
I know. At the house, Brandis claimed that the intended effects were not kicking in, but that he was instead having mild hallucinations of moving animal shape.
Oh my
He was
god.
doing shadow puppet.
Yeah. Wait, who was having the hallucinations?
The guy taking all the sleeping pills and cough syrup. Jeez. Oh my god.
He's like, hey,
Try to keep up here.
Armin, I see your fake brother over there.
Hey, look, a shark.
Yeah.
Muse had difficulty cutting into the flesh, so he used a sharper blade to cut off Brandis' penis. Did you hear this?
Yeah.
What happened just now?
He used a knife.
To do what?
Cut his dick off.
Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't act nearly as in pain as most men.
That's because articulate.
Muse
You
had-
didn't say the nuts. The nuts hurt. Okay.
Oh, and your penis wouldn't?
Probably not as bad as the nuts would.
Really?
You ever been kicked in the dick?
The answer is no.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have, and it didn't hurt as bad as getting kicked in the nuts.
But we're talking about cutting.
Okay, but I'm just saying. So
Muse had difficulty cutting into the flesh, so he used a sharper blade to cut off Brandis's penis.
yeah.
You're supposed to go, ah!
Ah!
Ugh.
So I'm telling you, I
Hey.
know how every dude in this chat is squirming. Now, TT, I swear to God, getting hit in the dick is not as bad as getting hit in the nuts. So, probably cutting the dick off, it probably hurt, yes, but not as bad as the nuts.
All right, well, maybe that'll be later.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I just skimmed ahead.
Uh-oh. Oof.
Brandis cried out in pain, but was dismayed that the sensation was not as intense as he'd hoped.
Thank you.
He wasn't satisfied that didn't hurt enough.
Right. But
All
you're
right.
also talking about a motherfucker that wants to be eaten.
Oh my gosh! After Muse bandaged the wound, the pair attempted to consume the appendage together. They were trying to share. They were both trying to eat the penis together.
Oh, gross. You know what?
I did not.
The dude from 9 Inch Nails had to remove a rib to do that.
I heard.
Yeah. So he was like sitting there chewing on it like it's fucking Hubba Bubba. And then he goes, you want to try your own dick?
Yeah.
And this dude, in the meantime,
Yeah.
is hallucinating and seeing fucking animal crackers on the wall and
Yeah.
shit. So, yeah. So, of course, he was probably like, sure, I'll try it.
Brandis apparently tried to eat some of his own penis raw, but could not because it was too tough and, as he put it, chewy.
Wow. Told ya. Hubba Bubba. Dude was
Can
trying
you
to eat his own
imagine?
dick. But,
Sleeping pills and cough syrup, that's all the numbing he had.
I mean, Ambien would have been different.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Oh my,
literally.
this gets worse.
Okay.
This gets worse.
You know what else?
But wait, there's more.
You keep hitting me, and
No.
that's getting pretty bad.
Muse then fried the penis in a pan with salt, pepper, wine, and garlic.
Ugh.
He then fried it with some of Brandis's fat, but by then it was too burnt to be consumed by either man.
Oh my God. They were like, sorry,
Where did he get his fat?
I don't like my dick crisper.
Well done.
I know. Like, I think it's a shame, but it's a little bit much.
Jeez. Ugh.
I mean, come on,
I
babe.
gotta take a drink.
Salt and pepper. The salt alone would make it curl up. But, I mean,
Meanwhile, this guy's just standing there bleeding, and he's over there cooking like
well,
the Swedish chef.
and he's sitting there and he's probably feeling like a man at that point because he's like, boom, my dick's too tough to chew.
He then chopped the penis up into chunks and fed it to his dog.
Ah, that's fucked up. That poor
The
dog.
wiener dog.
That poor dog. Oh, it is a wiener dog.
Yeah.
Oh, the cow.
According to everybody, saw that coming. Yeah, they did.
You know what didn't come? That guy.
According to court officials who saw the video, which has not been made
I can't
public,
even believe they recorded this.
Brandis, well, how epic is this? Was a big night for them.
I mean, yeah.
And what year was this? This was 2001. Was this after? This was in March. So oh my gosh, Shawnee, this is when you were born.
Ooh.
This was March of 2001.
Shondo.
Right? Am I right? This was March 9th. This was 4 days before you were born, Sean.
A lot of things happen in March.
March Madness.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, there is a
right.
reason it's called March Madness.
That is true.
This is crazy.
I mean, I imagine if you cut somebody's dick off, Shondo,
I totally doxed you.
it's going to be like fucking knocking the head off a sprinkler. Like, all of a sudden, you're just going to start spraying everywhere.
Well, that's what's happening next.
Uh-oh. See?
Brandis may already have been too weakened from blood loss to eat any of his own penis.
Oh, well, that's true. He's like, this is too tough.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna think I'm making this up.
I'm not gonna think you're making this
You're
up.
gonna
Let's
think
go.
I'm making this up.
Hurry up. RBO Kiss playing Phase 10 and winning. With Space
Man,
River.
we should do that.
I know, but go ahead.
Disappointed by this outcome, Brandis told Muse, hey, listen. Brandis told Muse, the guy, okay?
Yeah.
He said, if I hold out until morning, we can still have my balls for breakfast. You get one and I get one.
Oh my God.
That's what it says. If I hold out until morning, we can still have my balls for breakfast. You get one, I get one.
You know what? I want to put that on a shirt. If we hold out to the morning.
Has anybody heard of this guy?
I mean, listen. Think about it, okay? Actually, that guy right there wrote a Valentine card and didn't even fucking know it. So, like, he's like, hey, girl, if we hold out to morning, you can have my balls for breakfast. You get one and I get one. Right?
I'll take mine over easy.
Right. Okay. So, there you go. Anniversary card coming up.
Muse then ran Brandis a bath before going to read a Star Trek book.
Oh, hey, I'll be right back.
While checking on Brandis every 15 minutes, during which time Brandis lay bleeding in the bath, drifting in and out of consciousness.
Scotty. While he's eating that fucking beef jerky. That's fucked up.
He was drifting in and out of consciousness, and this guy's in there reading a
Star
Trek book and checking on him.
Right. Oh my God.
After
Meatballs
2 hours.
to cow.
Oh, hell yeah.
You can have my balls for breakfast. This
No.
story is nuts. Am I lying? Tongue Squad's bricked up now.
Oh my
Great.
gosh. I'll take mine with hollandaise sauce.
Ugh. Gross.
After 2 hours,
No way.
Brandis returned.
Bezos.
I've never had hollandaise
Did he miss
sauce.
the point of the spread of the Tar Heels? And that was when he snapped?
Oh, I keep jumping ahead.
Chunk Squad, we hope you're having a good Saturday, bro. You are missing a hell of a story. This dude chopped off a dude's dick, tried to fry it up, make him and the dude's dick who he cut off eat it, and the dude who got his dick cut off said, if I live till the morning, you can have my nuts for breakfast. You can have one and I'll have one.
You know,
That's a love story.
you know what's funny
What?
is earlier you were like, "Did you find a killer for tonight?" And I'm like, "We have to continue this one." And you're like, Is there much left of it?"
Right.
You were gonna miss all this, and I just happened upon this guy.
I mean,
I've never heard of this guy before. This is the best one.
I mean, yeah.
And we're not even done.
He doesn't even realize that guy was being like loving to him because he was like,
Who was?
if I
He's cutting his penis off.
no, The guy who got his dick cut off. Like, I mean, he was like, hey, if I make it till the morning, you can have one of my nuts. We can have my balls for breakfast, and you can have one, and I'll have one. That's sweet. Chivalry isn't fucking dead, Bill.
Wow.
Right?
Why do I even try to be sweet to you if you think that's...
Chivalry isn't dead. He's like straight up saying, if I'm still alive, you can have a nut.
Your idea of sweet and my idea of sweet.
I mean, I would love to make that. Yes, it's a 92 love story, Boo.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this. Okay, picture this. You got a shirt that says, hey, if I make it to the morning, you can have my balls for breakfast.
I can't.
You can have one and I have one.
I can't.
And then the back of the shirt says, sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Okay. I want to get into this because Replayables comes on in 21 minutes.
Oh, shit, go.
After 2 hours, Brandis returned to the slaughter room. Listen, this is key.
Chunk's watching at a Chinese restaurant right now.
Oh my gosh. Order the, what do you call those? The crab wontons.
Order the dim sum
The
of
dim sum, or the
young guy.
The little dumplings.
Yeah.
I
take a nuts.
Egg roll, please.
And a fortune cookie. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. After 2 hours, Brandis returned to the slaughter room to sleep on a bed.
Oof.
Shortly after, between 3 and 4, Brandis attempted to get up to use the restroom. With what?
Yeah.
Or was he going to poop?
Maybe he had to poop. He probably had to poop. He ain't got a date no more.
Oh my gosh, I cannot read.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
A crab at a ragoon.
Brandis attempted to get up to use the restroom despite
Why?
Muse.
Why even bother?
Well, listen.
Literally, why bother?
I don't know.
Your dick just got cut off. You can kind of shit anywhere at that point.
He's trying to be nice.
I guess. Go ahead.
Brandis attempted to get up to use the restroom, despite Muse saying that he didn't mind if Brandis urinated on the mattress. When Brandis stood up, he immediately collapsed from blood loss, and believing Brandis had died, Muse tied him to a table and cut off parts of his body.
Wow, I mean, that is fucked up. The dude just straight up passed out from the fucking scissor that he was sipping on.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead.
Muse noted later that upon reviewing the video footage, Brandis may have still been breathing by this point.
Wow.
After long hesitation and prayer, Muse killed Brandis by stabbing him in the throat, after which he finished... Listen to this.
Hold on, time out. RTC's got a great point. Hey, here's a red flag. It's a guy with a slaughter room in my house. That might not be right on its own, Bill.
I know, but this guy agreed.
Come to the slaughterhouse. Okay, go ahead.
After long
Black dude just walked in and said something racist. Nice. Way to go.
After long hesitation and prayer, Muse killed Brandis by stabbing him in the throat, after which he finished the dismemberment and hung the body on a meat hook.
Ugh. How do you get a fucking meat hook in your room?
If you've got a slaughter room, why wouldn't you have a meat hook?
I mean...
It's kind of like par for the course.
But he's a gay dude. So gay dudes don't have meat hooks. Straight guys do.
Well, cannibals might.
Yeah, but straight guys mostly have meat hooks. It's this.
Well, this guy was bi.
It's this and this. And most of the guys pull out their meat hooks and they go like this. What up, girl? Meat hook. I'm serious. I'm not saying me. I'm saying... But anyways, Go ahead.
From their meeting to Brandis' murder, around 8 hours had passed. Wow. He only knew this guy for 8 hours, and they did all that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, first of all, he lays down, makes out with him.
Yeah.
Before he cuts his fucking dick off. And they both start chowing down on it.
Yeah.
Then they fry it. Then the guy tells him a little nice story like, hey, if I make it to the morning, you can have my nuts.
Probably still did.
And I'll have one too.
You know, I bet Chuck Woolery never heard a story.
I bet
like
he got
this.
jealous. I bet he thought that the dude was going to eat his own nut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta finish.
Yeah, finish it. Is this a Rumble thing?
The incident was recorded on a 4-hour video.
Shondo, is there something happening on the Rumble? You're supposed to be watching and monitoring and telling us.
Let me check real quick.
Wow, way to stay on top of it, Shondo. He's sitting over there fucking diddling himself.
He's enthralled by the story.
Yeah, he's diddling himself during this story, so whatever.
Well, I'm free gaming. I'm drinking Angry Orchard.
That has nothing to do with anything. If you've got us streaming on 2 channels, we can watch one, and you should be watching the other. God dang.
Look,
So, I mean,
Space
I'll never
Nerd
eat it.
for $1 saying, "Come hang with me in Rumble." Oh yeah.
Boom. So thank you so much.
I'm
Space
good.
Nerd.
I did my job.
You fucking missed it, bitch. I had to tell you about it. So, boom.
Okay.
So there you go. Space Nerd said go hang with me in the Rumbles. Go ahead.
Okay. The incident was recorded on a 4-hour videotape, which has never been released to the public due to its gruesome content.
Wow.
4 screenshots, allegedly, from the videotape can be found online, but their credibility is unproven.
Sean, you do drink like a girl, and that's according to TT, brah.
Muse dismembered and ate the corpse over the next 10 months.
Oh my god.
What would TT know? TT doesn't drink.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. 10 fucking months?
Oh, yeah.
Oof. That meat would go bad.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Muse dismembered and ate the corpse over the next 10 months, storing body parts in his freezer under pizza boxes and consuming up to 20 kilograms, 44 pounds, of the flesh.
Ugh.
The bones were buried in the ground of the estate, while the head of Brandis, initially kept in a deep freeze, was also buried 6 months after his death.
Ooh, RBOQ's right. We should get Armin to show us the footage behind the paywall.
Ugh. According to prosecutors, Muse committed the act for sexual pleasure. Muse, for his part, claimed that he had now assimilated Brandis, and that he possessed better English and math skills from consuming his flesh.
My god.
The family of Brandis
That's
did
not how that works. If that was the case, everybody'd be able to speak Spanish real good from eating fucking tacos on fucking Margarita Mondays and shit. So that ain't true.
The family of Brandis did not report him missing, and a missing report by his boyfriend on March 12th, 2001 found no leads after Brandis left Berlin. That's
wow.
It for your birthday, Shawnee.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know.
He could have ate it all, boo.
Between 2001 and 2002, Muse arranged between 30 to 40 slaughter meetings, most of the men aged in their 20s to 50s, and described as well-educated with high incomes.
They usually are, I'm telling you.
They met Muse in Westerveld and Kassel, but sometimes he would drive to their locations, including Hamburg, Dresden, and the Netherlands.
Mm-mm.
The majority backed out from more drastic practices suggested by Muse, being only interested in role-playing scenarios, but some participants with BDSM or submission fetishes allowed themselves to be tied up and strung up on the block and tackle. Muse voiced a preference for young, lean males with blonde hair, but pursued every offer he received.
That right there, boo, is like some Amish shit or something like that, okay? You don't want to pretend you're in roleplay to get tied up and fucking eaten. Mm-mm. Not like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. Women, like if a woman says, hey, eat me, they don't mean that way.
No. Never take that the wrong way.
But apparently fucking dudes do, so.
Yes. At least
you're going to have to wrap it up.
Okay, well, I'm trying.
Okay, wrap it up.
At least 4 men had agreed to be slaughtered, but all but one backed out after realizing that Muse was serious about his offer. Andreas from Regensburg was hung upside down, stabbed with pin needles, signed filet and ham, covered in plastic film and lunch meat, but decided to break off the slaughter since he didn't want to actually die, instead eating pizza and drinking beer with Muse during the evening.
Covered himself in ham. How did he get caught, boo?
26-year-old Alexander from Essen volunteered to be killed, but insisted on being decapitated on the spot. Muse did not go through with this because the victim was too indecisive and fat for his liking.
How did he get caught?
Hang on. On December 7, 2001, 37-year-old Thomas, a leather and boot fetishist, was locked in a cage and strung upside down, but also voiced no desire to be slaughtered. In June 2001, Muse again met with George Buse, who sent Muse photos of his colleagues and repeated his offers of bringing them over to be eaten. This time, Buse voiced a particular dislike for one of the men for being named sous chef as a new hire. Being named sous chef as a new hire in place of him, and had also somehow obtained nude photos of the man's stomach.
RTC said, I'd be pretty humiliated and insulted if I consented to being cannibalized and then found out that I was not his type.
Yeah, because
that's fucked up.
Yes. You specifically refused these requests because he insisted on knowing and willing people. After repeating the same foreplay from their first meeting at Muse's apartment in St. George, they met again at Muse's house on the night of November 4th, 2001. Muse was shaved of his armpit and pubic hair in the same tub Brandes had bled out in before Muse consensually tied him up and strung Muse upside down in the slaughter room. Muse repeatedly asked Muse if he would like to be slaughtered in place of his acquaintances, which he repeatedly denied. The pair stopped the hanging play when Muse complained of sore ankles and the cold room temperature.
No, it's too cold in here.
Done.
He's like, it's too cold in here. Otherwise, I'd let you do it, but whatever.
The two continued to meet on and off for the following year. The last slaughter meeting took place on July 14, 2002, when 27-year-old Dirk Moeller, a German-born hotelier from London, arrived at Muse's house to be sentenced to death by the cannibal court and eaten as punishment, but backed out after being shown a video of Muse engaging in the pulley hanging with Muse. On October 6, 2002, a fifth man, Stefan from Kassel, with a consensual non-consent fetish, was tied up and drugged with chloroform but not harmed. A final man, 22-year-old Daniel from Kassel, met with Muse twice. The final time on December 5th, 2002, and had his buttocks and thighs bitten by Muse. For the most part, however, Muse would invite men for non-slaughter-related meetings for sex on average twice a month.
Wow. How did he get caught?
On July 9, 2002, a 23-year-old Austrian university student from Innsbruck, browsing online using a search engine with the keywords horror and nervous thrills, found one of Muse's new advertisements and wrote an email to Muse asking if he had actually killed anyone. When Muse answered in the affirmative, the student alerted German authorities to the ads. West Baden police took 2 months to identify Frankie as Armin Muse. Muse was arrested on December 10, 2002, and following a house search on December 11th, police recovered body parts in the yard and personal belongings of Brandes. Only the head, hands, feet, and a few of the bones were found. Muse had pointed out the
fingers, knees, and
burial
toes.
Locations were handed in a wristwatch owned by Brandes he wore at the time of his arrest.
Wow.
In total, 1,742 diskettes, 228 video cassettes, 221 hard drives, 16 PCs, 95 CD-ROMs, and 23 magnetic tapes were confiscated from Muse's home.
Wow.
Of these, only 21 of the cassettes were deemed case-related. On the same evening, the two Hesse State Police officers reviewed the tape but did not watch it completely, reasoning that they were satisfied by the evidentiary requirements by transcribing the mutilation and act of killing alone. With no need to watch and document the dismemberment.
Nope.
On December 13th, police conducted a second search of Muse's property with sniffer dogs to ensure that no other body parts were found.
Right.
On December 19th, the case was passed to Hesse LKA,
and
a special investigative commission was formed. Brandes' funeral was held the following year at a secret location outside of Berlin to avoid coverage by the press and future defacement by vandals. It was only attended by Brandy's boyfriend, a few of their friends, and some police officials doubling as security.
How fucked up is that? To avoid future defacement? You're going to say that to a dude that's been cut up and cannibalized? Future defacement? A cow. There you go, guys. There you go. Cow. We got it in. We got it in. 2 weeks. 1 victim. 1 dick eater. Save your nuts for later.
He was a chef, RBLQ.
He was a sous.
A sous chef.
No, he was what was that guy's name? Brandon chef.
Brandes?
Yeah. So, boom. There you go, guys.
Oh,
I hope that made your night.
Made mine.
Yeah. Hot. So, I hope that made you guys' night. To Cal, I guess. This is STT. We'll see you guys soon for replayables. So, put those nuts in your breakfast stocking and save it for later. Flex. Armin Trout. I remember this one. Yeah. Because he said, save your nuts for tomorrow.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. You get one and I get one. These are straight up Ferrero Rochelles or whatever they call that shit. Yeah.
Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah.
Those are so good.
Yeah.
Have you had the white coconut ones?
No, fuck no. God damn it. To cow. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Shondo. Let's jump over to replayables.
Yeah.
Let's go.